G'day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. So in this video we are going to take a look at a Gohan based team for the Hybrid Saiyans category. So when it comes to Gohans, there's actually a wide selection of Gohans. Gohan's one of those units that's had various age, transformation, and pretty much like lived his entire life within the show. And so that allows you to have multiple variations of him. We also have a Gohan from a separate timeline in the form of Future Gohan, so you have plenty of options there. In terms of decent Gohan units, obviously we have units like the LR Int Gohan, but what we're really lacking right now is a very solid Mystic Gohan. We have the Tech Transforming Gohan that starts as Gohan Teen and eventually becomes a Mystic Gohan, but that's not necessarily the same thing. We kind of need a good running partner that's a Mystic Gohan for this Gohan. The strength one is pretty decent, but if he gets an easy A, he'll be the perfect foil for this Tech Gohan. There's other great Gohans like this physical LR Gohan from the SBR event, but he requires a Goku to perform at full power, and similarly the Super Saiyan 3 Gohan from the Heroes banners also is more suited to a Super Saiyan 3 team. Same with the Super Saiyan 4 Gohan. Some of them have different requirements, and those requirements do kind of need them to function just under holistically different teams. You also have this Gohan, who's a super solid option. Haven't really done too much work on him, but he's really good. And he's a nice Android Cell Saga support as well in the form of an attack support. But he's also a really solid little option to introduce into your team, since quite a few decent Gohans come from the Android and Cell Saga series. But yeah, that being said, pretty much the team's gonna select itself. Everything's relatively straightforward. You could maybe substitute the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in for the Gobros LR and have him link up with the SS2 AGL Gohan, but I personally think that this team is going to function just right and, be pretty damn good. So what we'll do is we'll take them into the Bojack event. You guys know I like the Bojack event because obviously it just kind of allows me to set up rotations and kind of get things going at least, which is always a bit of a bonus. But that being said, there's not too much else really to take a look at here. Ideally we want the Strength Gohan or the Strength Ultimate Gohan to pair up with the Tech Transforming Gohan Teen, and then from there we pretty much just want one Gobros with the AGL SS Gohan, and we're just gonna float the two support Gohans. The Strength Support Gohan comes from the World Tournament, which is pretty difficult to get if you didn't get him on the original banner, but you do have a chance to get him at any World Tournament, and the AGL one also comes from the World Tournament. So both of these Gohan supports are World Tournament units, which is making it a little bit difficult to run this team if you don't get lucky on the World Tournament SSR banners, but it does mean you do all have an opportunity to get them. So at the same time, it's a curse and kind of a buff. Obviously with Tech Gohan, he kind of wants to be hit before he attacks so that he can get that damage in, but beyond that there's nothing too crazy about him. He doesn't link very well with the Super Saiyan Gohans at all, so you realistically just kind of want him to link with obviously his partner Gohan. That's going to be the best bet for him, so that Strength Ultimate Gohan needs to switch around so we can link him once we transform the Tech Gohan. They're very differing link skill sets. This Gobros and Teen Gohan combo is pretty decent. They are missing one key link, which makes them kind of start off a little bit slow, but luckily both of them gain key, the Gobros gaining on attack and the Gohan gaining on turn. So both of them do gain a reliable amount of base key, but they're going to be more aimed towards slightly longer events, I want to say, because you're going to want them to build up that base key so that they're not really missing super attacks. Fortunately, they're both units that get really strong over the course of battle and can hit some really cool numbers, so they're a really good rotation, and they do share 5 links, most of them being the offensive links. so you're not really missing out on too much. You can kind of see here we get a little bit more links activated with the Teen Gohan if we go for the AGL one, but again, we're not too concerned. We do have his strength counterpart coming along the way. You can see his attack stats gone up and his defense gone up, and that's evidence of his greatly raising attack and defense, which are always super helpful. The strength Gohan's actually relatively good defensively as well due to his damage reduction. However, the AGL one is a little bit behind when it comes to damage. He was probably one of the earlier World Tournament units to get an awakening, and so he's just not necessarily as good as the other units. You can see here the difference in ki on the Gobur's units based on which ones attacked when, and you can still see we're struggling to get those 18 ki attacks. We are starting to get our 12 keys, but it will get progressively easier every single turn. So it is a combination that does work together. It just isn't something that maybe without, lucky orbs aside, is going to sparkle directly out the gate. But it is a duo that will get incredibly stronger. They will get incrementally stronger each stage, but as the fight goes on, they really will improve a lot. So, it's not a bad combo to run. You can see here we've got the ability to transform. So what we're going to do is we will probably transform with the Tech Gohan. I'll let you guys watch that transformation. Remember, once Tech Gohan transforms, he does stop raising his defense. So just keep that in mind when you do transform him.
Allow me to send our new hero to his destination.
This is perfect. Thank you very much. All right, time to go.
And there we go. He's managed to transform. You can see they share a really nice 5 links, which is obviously super good between them both. And the strength Gohan does provide a defensive buff as well. So we should see a really good attack stat here from the Tech Gohan. He's transformed, so he doesn't necessarily need to be hit to activate his damage anymore, which is obviously a very, very big boon for this Gohan. You can see here, nice big chunky attack stat, really, really solid, and you can just see him kind of throwing down that attack there. So overall, pretty impressive by good old Gohan there. Nothing too crazy or anything, just really, really good, honestly. 55% as well, so yeah, just overall pretty damn impressive. You can see here, obviously we've got our growing combo, I want to say. You can see their defense is really starting to take off, really starting to get much more impressive. You can still see we're a little bit low on that key, not really managing to get the 24 key, even with a bunch of orbs, and not really managing to get the 18 key, but you can see the attack damage is just massive from these two now at this point, and it will still build up a little bit more. So realistically, very, very, very solid duo. And then obviously again we come to our ultimate Gohan combo. Pretty solid combo, as you can see though by the Gobros unit. Not really the best linker with Super Saiyan units, not like he kind of gets the best links with them, but Gohan is still so good on his own that realistically, even if you're not getting links, you can really just kind of run Tech Gohan. He's not a unit that needs links to be successful. He is overtly successful just through existing. His kit is pretty much entirely self-sufficient. He guards, he greatly raises attack and defense, he's got a transformation. That transformation makes him stun, raises attack, attacks effective against all types. There's just a lot going on with Gohan that just makes him successful without the need for him to have these large amounts of links active. But we still saw some pretty good attack stats from him. Obviously, just on this team in a whole, I think the AGL Gohan Youth support definitely could be swapped out. For a variety of supports, I would highly suggest running Strength Trunks if you have him. Very good unit, and a unit that obviously gains benefits according to having Gohan Youth on the team, so he will get those every other turn he's on rotation. And then in terms of Ultimate Gohan, he's realistically just not that good. So ideally, I would say you're going to want to probably run him with someone else, pretty much anyone else. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what teams you're enjoying, and as always, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!